today's video, I'll give you a couple of tips with regards to chatting and interacting with females online. Okay, that is through Messenger or WhatsApp or through, any dating site or Tinder or whatever. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I keep getting people who share with me, obviously clients, who pay me money and says, Loy, I spoke to this female and this happened. I chatted with this girl, or I exchanged these photographs, or now I'm getting into trouble for this. So in this video, I will give you certain strategies I have followed over the years that has kept me out of trouble. Okay. And if in case I miss out any point, you comment down below. If there are many, I'll make a separate video or I'll answer them below. Okay. Now, the internet, the social media, smartphones have made it very easy to interact with the members of the opposite sex, especially girls. Before the social media day and age, before the internet age, a guy, if he wanted to talk to a girl, he had to present himself, he had to dress up, keep himself ready, groom himself, go to a party or a public place, and then spot the girl whom he wanted to have a conversation with, and then, pick up the courage to even talk to her, pick up the courage. And there, two possibilities would arise. Either the girl would ignore him, or insult him, or make fun of him, or just not bother. Or she would politely say yes, talk to the person. But the chances of that happening were very rare. So, thanks to the internet, thanks to social media, groups, dating sites, today it's become very easy. One guy sitting at home, maybe sitting in his underwear, fat, ugly, out of shape, or even a 18-year-old, 19-year-old, or younger than that, or even a 70-year-old, can log on to multiple sites, copy paste, hey, hi, how are you doing? How's life? Take a statement or a line and copy paste and send it to 100 females without having the fear of rejection. And on top of that, if that was not stupid enough, he could create a fake profile and send it to maybe another 1,000 females. Or he could create multiple profiles and, suppose the limit is 100, create 10 profiles and send to 1,000 girls. And if he had money, use a premium service and share with even more. So now the fear of rejection is not there. Now he's not limited to one girl where he has to maybe 1 hour to dress up, 1 hour to travel, finally 1 hour to stand there in front of the girl and finally say a few words, and after nothing will happen, come back, drive back 1 hour, say, undress. So wasted the whole day for one girl. Here, maybe you can target 1,000 girls and not worry about it. So it has made it very easy to interact. But now the question is, if you send 1,000 messages, how many females would respond? And I can tell you for a fact, without even data, guys do this more with girls than girls do with guys. Because a attractive female can just create a social media account and tens of thousands of guys will want to make friends with her. I remember when I was 30 years old, or younger than that, around that age. That time Facebook rules were different. I'm talking 16 years ago. I created a fake girls account to see It was a model, not very famous. I created a fake account and said she's based in Dubai. Every single day, I used to get around 10 or 20 friend requests without doing anything. I just put that person's fake photographs and made a profile look real. I wanted to see how would people react. And not only 10 to 20 Facebook requests, I would get messages, like loads. People would write poetry, they would say, I love you, they would give romantic messages. And some crazy ones would even send their location, they would send their private parts, photograph, they would say lustful things. And some even like idiots, like, I want to marry you, I love you, you know. So I've noticed when you create a guy's account versus a girl's account, girls get more. Today, however, you can't create fake accounts because there's a lot of verification process. I told you 16 years ago. So I'm very aware. And given the fact that I have had many girls who are friends, many girls who I've interacted with, I know this for a fact. And today I have clients who are women. Okay. Now, why am I sharing all this with you? Because for a guy to get women is very hard. But for a girl to get guys is very, very easy. So for a girl, it's oversupply. For a guy, there is undersupply. So a guy would value it much more. Now, given that foundation, always keep in mind, if a girl were to get in touch with you, always keep your antennas up. Have a, like a red flag. Ask yourself multiple questions. Who is this? Why is she talking to me? Why did she respond to me? Why did she get in touch with me? Why is it so easy? You always have to look with suspicion. That is, if you're a normal, ordinary chap, if you are a guy who's very rich, very famous, very good looking, it's a different story altogether. But forget the good looking part. Mostly if you're famous and rich, you'll get many girls. But if you're not famous and rich, it is very hard. Now, even if you're famous and rich, or let's say general, here's a multi-million-dollar question for you. Number one, how do you know the person's real? First question, how do you know the person's real? Okay? And you'll say, oh, I know the person's real. Fine. Have you seen the person on video? Not photographs, not their Facebook page, LinkedIn page. Have you seen them on video? Have you interacted with them? Okay, that's second one. Third one is, how long do you know them? Because I told you, I literally, before this wife, before 2 or 3 females, this Thai female actually came down. I was chatting with her with video and everything, talking to her for 6 months. And finally, she agreed to come down for marriage. She came down here, bought all her belongings. She tattooed my name here, Loy Machedo. She tattooed the name. And she said yes to marriage. But even after all that, even after trusting her, she tattooed my name to prove that she loves me. And I would take care of her daughter. She had divorced her for son. She took the money that I gave her, 100,000 as dowry for marriage. It's called Sin Sod. She took it and she gave it to her husband to go back to him because she wanted to remain married to him. So my next question to you is, how well do you know the person's character? Can you predict it? Now, the girl is not bad. That female who did this, she's not a bad person, but she was not emotionally stable. So the following question is, do you know the mental maturity of this female? The emotional maturity? Do you know the intentions? Do you know the agenda? In fact, do you know this? There are a lot in third world countries, there are a lot of men who pimp their wives. And the wives are perfectly comfortable because they think they are sacrificing themselves to feed the family and they consider that noble. I'm not joking. They even train their children for this. This is a fact in third world countries. There are plenty. Just Google search, whether it's Africa, whether it's Philippines, whether it's Cambodia, Vietnam, India, Pakistan, Thailand, any country which is third world. In fact, this nowadays it happens even in the West. So it's a global thing. They feel, oh, like what is OnlyFans? What are you doing? What is porn star? What? What is, oh, I'm looking for a sugar daddy. What is all this? It's just a glorified version of prostitution. So, how do you know? How would you know the person's agenda? Okay, now I got all that out of the way. Next one, what you have to keep in mind. I always tell my clients, but clients come to me when it's way too late. I always tell them this. Say, listen, everything that you share in writing, everything you share in writing, even if you put disappearing messages, they say disappearing messages. Boss, you can take another phone and take a screenshot. You can take a photograph. How you can delete that? You can take a video. How you can delete? You have two phones. You put a disappearing that will disappear in 5 minutes. I take the other phone and I take a video. You can't do anything. There's always loopholes. So whatever you send can and will be used against you. Can be, later on. For example, she says, I love you. Example. And you respond, how do you know, not sure. She's saying, at least say I love you, at least say. And finally you cave in and say, okay, I love you. She can remove all or edit all that part out and say, see, he initiated and said, I love you first. Or let's go something sexual. The girl says, I will show you my thing, you show me your thing. So you say, oh, you show me first. Now the very fact you say, you show me your thing first, she can take a screenshot of that. See, he's indecent. He said, show me your private parts first. Then finish, no? Next point. Always remember, whatever you send, no matter how good the intention is, it can be taken out of context. Like there are, like for example, there are these podcasts where a person speaks for 3 hours. What people want to do is when they want to spoil someone's reputation or name or portray them in a bad light, they will take one 10-second clip from one, 10-second clip from another, 10-second clip from another. They'll join it together out of a 3 hour and make a 15, 20 or 30-second clip which will totally blow things out of context. This has happened. They can do the same for you. And one final thing. Always keep this in mind. Between a guy and a girl, by default, people always sympathize a girl. It's our human nature. For example, a boy, let's say you have a son. Your son is playing a game. And your son falls down. What do people normally tell the son? Come on, be a man, be strong. Nothing happened. Come on. Stop crying. You're a man. Okay. But if a girl falls down, the father, mother rush, oh, my poor baby, my princess, my poor little thing. What happened? Oh, okay. They'll give princess dolls, pink. They'll make it very sensitive. Which my daughter, poor thing. That translates later on because the girl, unconsciously the girl realizes, oh, I'm fragile. If I show I cry, if I show tears, the knight in the shiny armor, my daddy, the male figures will come and give me sympathy and love. So they realize I can weaponize my tears. I can weaponize my sad face. My daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, even when she was, I think, hardly less than a few months, she used to do this. And I'm telling you, tears used to automatically come. My daughter knows for a fact, if she does, and actual tears come out, that me or my wife will react. But it doesn't work with me. I ask her, what do you want? Why you're crying? Because I'm aware of the fact that she's trying to size up the mom and dad. And obviously with my wife, she's not so strict, but she knows when she's playing games. Because she's a woman. Woman and girl, they can understand each other. But with me, it doesn't work. Even when my daughter actually fell down, when we went for, the play area for kids, when she came running out after seeing me, she ran to wear her shoes. She actually slipped like this, face down, smashed. And I'm telling you, she had a lip cut with her teeth and it was bleeding. I told her, get up. Really? I just checked just to make sure her teeth was not broken. I said, get up, you're okay. And she was crying, she was sobbing. People are like, hey, what happened? I said, no need to worry, get up. Got her up, checked. And she was crying and sobbing. And I said, nothing to worry. Stop crying. We'll go for an ice cream. She was still sobbing, but, eventually when the ice cream came, controlled herself. Because I want to teach her. This I'm going slightly out of topic. I wanted to teach her, you don't need a man. You don't need a knight in a shiny armor. You fall down, you get up. Be strong. Although my wife got shocked and horrified when she found out. So I'm teaching her to be independent. Now, the majority of girls are not taught that. And the worst part is, majority of girls today, thanks to social media and the internet, they know if they show tears, they show I'm a woman, they can play the trump card. That is why a female can hit a guy, but a guy can't hit a girl. We have seen this. I'm sure you must have seen this Facebook video. And I'm not saying please hit a girl, huh? But if a girl hits you physically, give her back. I don't know if you saw this video. See, by the way, don't take me out of context. I'm not endorsing violence. Huh? I don't support, I don't like. I've told you, I've never had a fight in my life, boy or girl. I'll give you a small example. There's this Facebook video where one Indian guy is like dull, he's standing there, and there's a girl. He goes in front of the girl, and he's holding the bus like this, he's holding the rail, and the girl is at the back. Suddenly I think he is behind her. First he's behind her, she's in the front. When the brakes hit, he goes forward and falls like, chest and shoulder comes to the girl. The girl turns around and slaps him. And he's like this. So he is quiet, he doesn't say anything. Then he goes in the front. And this time the bus stops again. Suddenly, the girl falls on his body. And this time he turns and hits her. I'm pretty sure you must have seen it. It's been forwarded multiple number of times. This is a fact. If a guy falls on a girl, the girl generally slaps him. Now, some guys do it purposely. I've seen many guys who do this. They'll move their elbows so they can touch the girl's breasts, or they'll move their hand down and touch the girl's rear end. I've seen all this. I know all this because I was studying in the time I used to study, there were only boys. Okay, so I know what boys think. But at the same time, that doesn't mean girls are saints. So that's a conversation for a different time. So, by default, society, pampers girls. Poor girl, poor thing, poor baby. So that is why when a girl cries rape, or a girl says, oh, he tried to touch me, oh, he do, bystanders will react. There was, I think, one of these viral social experiments where they had a Muslim guy who dressed up as they are actors, he dressed up as a Muslim guy and he had a female. It was fake. So they show that this guy is taking and is manhandling the female. And men who are standing there, they just run, jump, and Kathy, what the hell? And why are you touching her? Why are you hitting her? They pound on him. And in almost all the cases, when the guy is physically acting but physically assaulting the girl, they beat up the guy. They protect the girl. But when they do the same experiment with the girl manhandling the guy, everyone's laughing, he, snickering. So the point I'm trying to make here is, if you and the girl are both involved, and tomorrow the girl flips the switch and becomes your enemy, by default, society and everyone will support her. And depending on which country you are, the severity of that support can be either bad to worse. For example, in let's say, for example, in India, I'm just giving an example. If a girl were to say, he tried to molest me, tried to do this, tried to do that, the public, even without using their brains, they will rush for the girl. However, in maybe, I'm just assuming, say, I don't know which Western country, just giving, let's say a particular Western country, if a girl cries rape and this and that, they will evaluate your profile, her profile. Like, for example, if a girl is a strip dancer and she's, oh, he tried to rape me, people are, come on. But in our narrow-minded societies, any girl who dresses up decent and looks decent, they think, oh, she's such a nice girl. That is why I don't believe this is because when I was in my Playboy days, all, not some, all the girls I used to date, have extramarital affairs and all were decent looking. Their image in society was nice and they were like religious. So I don't fall for all that bull. Okay. And like I say, there is nobody who's a saint and nobody who's a virgin. So keep that in mind. Society by default will support them. And if you're like a big guy and you look rough and tough, they will judge you by default. Okay. And then a couple of ending points. See, over the years of my profile growing, I've had so many women, girls who, when you put on the camera, you can literally see their V and their breasts are popping out. And hi, how are you? They are making sure that the cleavage is shown. And some girls, they will, like, their top is falling. Oh, sorry. And some girls, their Facebook profile is they will show bikini snaps and they'll show half naked snaps. And they'll say, oh, men are always like this. Why men can't control themselves? So I've had girls like that. Many of you don't believe, but I've told you, girls have actually flown down here. They know I'm married. They say, why don't we meet up for a cup of coffee at my place? Hotel. What do you think is happening? I've got girls who openly asked me, openly, not a joke, rich ones, what would it take to get you in bed with me? I'm not joking. I have girls who have openly asked me, can we fuck? Straight. So when you start meeting different kinds of men and women, you'll realize a lot. Even couples, I've had couples, man and female. What do you think if we all three enjoy ourselves? So, and if you see their images externally, they look like saints. So I've had all these experiences. In fact, some of the most shocking ones I've had is underage girls telling, hey, I find you hot. And I ask them, who the hell is this? And they reveal the fact who they are. So I've had all these experiences, but remember this, it just takes one mistake, one, to destroy your life and your career. And there are plenty of people out there, some who are jobless, some who have bad intentions, and some who are just not stable. So you have to be very careful. Some of the rules I follow is, I will never share anything that I know can be used against me. Naked photographs, totally out of the way. Any sexual photo, because obviously I'm very identifiable, I'll never do that. I have asked for photographs, I've asked for videos. They have obliged because they know till today I've never hurt, harm or taken revenge. That kind of maturity is very rare. But I've never sent mine. Why? Because, man, I'm a public figure, man. And don't believe anyone. That goes without saying. See, especially when you meet someone online. Face to face, different story. But obviously there are rules. See, my ending statement to you is this. You can go 10 years of your life having a perfect record. 10 years. You can have the right friends, you can have the right connections, you can do everything perfect. It takes only 10 seconds or maybe 10 minutes or 10 seconds to make one mistake, to destroy every single thing what you created. And today's day and age, there are a lot of jobless men and women who have nothing else to do other than cause trouble. In fact, there are scammers, there are companies that employ the services of females to literally show themselves naked on cam. And once they get you to participate, they use that data, videos, images to blackmail. I've had in Dubai where an actual girl who I was chatting on video, she was responding. She's a real person. And she was like, what do you want to see? And like, I was just cool, calm. Yeah. What do I want to see? You can show me what you like. And she actually undressed herself very easily. And then next thing you know, the camera was positioned on a bed and you know the rest. Means what would follow. Just think of any adult movie where you're paying a female to do whatever you want. So she was busy showing, and then after a few minutes she was like, I was sitting and doing my work, 2 screens. And here I'm watching, here I'm doing. Okay. They said, now you show me. I said, darling, a little busy now. Can we do it later? She said, okay, love you, bye. Okay. I was not stupid. Because I was like, I just hardly know this female, never met her. Why is she showing me all this? So I never got turned on. Lucky for me, this is another thing. Anybody who's trying to arouse you online, be careful. There is always an agenda. Better you finish your activity, go to the toilet, do it, finish it, then come controlled. Behave yourself. Because when someone wants you to lose control, it's a big problem. And I've had so many clients where they have done stupid things, from showing themselves to even sending them money. And only to get their lives ruined. Then they come to me and it's way too late. So remember this, there are companies that employ these, and they are paid heavily for whatever money or commission that comes in. And imagine, they're just doing it remote. Nobody knows who they are. And if you think a girl, see, also one other piece of advice. Don't fall for a girl's looks or an image that she dresses up nice. I can assure you this. There have been girls who look like angels, who look like poor little petite things. But I've seen what they do when the 4 walls are there, lights are out, means nobody is watching. I've seen what they're capable of. And boy, you'll be shocked to know that the looks is something, character is totally something else. So overall, what I want to tell you is, protect yourself, protect your reputation, protect your integrity. For 5 minutes of pleasure, don't destroy it. Better than that, just go, there's a lot of free sites, or just go for a paid session, finish it off there, rather than going online. And even these sites where you have to pay money to chat with the girl, those are all people who are doing it for money. Don't be so frustrated in life that you waste your money going to the sites, because they will take your details. They'll take your details. and then they'll blackmail you. And I've seen many of these. Even if you go to a massage parlor or, happy whatever session, don't give your details, don't share your Facebook, don't share your private, nothing. Even your name, keep it fake. Go finish your jing bang, get the allowed. And one thing, safe sex, please. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Good, bad, ugly. Let me know in the comments below. And if you feel I have not answered any question, let me know what they are. Having said that, it's me signing off. You guys take care. Bye.